The transfer portal is ablaze, and it's only going to grow because December 4th is rapidly approaching. We got a predicted flood of quarterbacks that are going to enter the transfer portal, and some of them already have. Will Rogers at Mississippi State in the portal. And even with Jeff Lebby's hire, it looks like he's going to stay in the portal at huge numbers pre-2023. I mean, they screwed that kid in the ground this year. And so he's shown you what he can do. Tyler Van Dyke at Miami has entered the transfer portal. Will Howard out there at Kansas State, as it looks like it's Avery Johnson's team moving forward, he's entered the transfer portal. And we think a ton of quarterback names are still to come entering the transfer portal. I mean, there are several names to watch here. Now, here's what I don't do. You guys know, I don't sit here and predict kids to go into the portal. I don't tell them where they should go once they get in the portal. I don't do any of that. But what I will do is I will say, given that Jonathan Smith just left Oregon State, everybody's watching DJ, you, and everyone's watching Aiden Childs. That's a former four-star kid out there. It's only natural when you have coaching turnover to wonder, are they going to stay? Are they going to explore other options? Cam Ward, saw a story today about how many different $1 million+ offers he's had to leave Washington State, which is illegal, by the way, but still happening. Let's see what happens there. I know some Oklahoma buddies I have heard rumblings about Dylan Gabriel. You know, with Jackson Arnold sitting there, he didn't come to Oklahoma to sit the bench. He's really good. Will Dylan Gabriel still be here next year? The Bama guys, with Jalen Milroe being back. Ty Simpson, where is he going to be? So there are a lot of names that, you know, we're just keeping an eye on. And then if they jump in the portal, obviously 24/7 Sports will have it covered. You know, when Jimbo Fisher got fired, and a lot of people talked about these disaster scenarios for Texas A&M, I don't know that it's going to be a disaster. The disaster scenario was all the A&M players were going to enter the portal. Well, they hired Mike Elko, who most kids on that team know and like. They have got an NIL war chest out there to do what it really takes to keep players, and that is pay them. I don't necessarily know that a ton of kids from A&M are going to hit the portal. Now, there may be some that hit the portal that Mike Elko doesn't really fight to keep there. Now, I'm not mentioning any names because I don't know any names. I'm just saying very generically that could happen. But I don't know that they're going to have this like dozen to 18 kind of kids just walk out the door even though they're fighting to keep them. Now, Evan Stewart's one to look at, the wide receiver, because there were tea leaves that were very easily read from space, even before Elko got hired, that he was probably on his way out the door. So let's keep an eye on him because that would be an impact number one type receiver. We happen to like Evan Stewart a lot here, and in the right offense, that dude ends up being a top draft pick. So let's see. Matt Zenitz, our Matt Zenitz. Hey, our Matt Zenitz here at 24/7 Sports earlier today crystal balled Max Johnson, former quarterback for A&M. He crystal balled him to North Carolina. Hey, Drake May moving on. Maybe that's the replacement. Maybe that's the plug and play there. Let's keep an eye on that. This all is leading up to December 4th. So right now, the iJosh tells me it's Tuesday, November 28th. December 4th, it's just like the alarm will go off, and then 2 minutes later, the dam will open, and whoosh, just have a rush of headlines. And there will be transfers galore. And I think the 24/7 Sports Transfer Portal show, Monday, December 4th, coverage begins at 10 a.m., It's so important that I have been told I am being pulled out of bed on what is usually an off day for me, and even I am coming in this studio to talk about all the kids entering the transfer portal, and some of the names floating around are very interesting. But it is not my job at this point to share those names with you. That will end very soon.